released and want to make sure that everyone's aware of it so that we can take the appropriate action.
Stewart says the trend is alarming.
It really indicates that the health of pregnant women is really heading in the wrong direction.
And the wrong time, she says, to consider eliminating adequate prenatal and health care coverage for many women. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
Health officials are warning new moms about the potential dangers of taking pills made from their placenta. An Oregon infant's infection apparently tied to the practice. The practice of eating the placenta after giving birth, believed by some to help with postpartum depression and breast milk production and energy level. It is touted by some celebrity moms these days and promoted pretty heavily on the internet. Now, this warning, it could do more harm than good. I'm Jim Taylor, CBS News.
If you're a CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may leave harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now, you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-632-5959.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health is improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-632-5959. This offer won't last. Call now. 1-800-632-5959. 1-800-632-5959.
If you're within 10 years of retirement, you've probably spent some time thinking about this major life change. The transition to retirement can seem a bit daunting, even overwhelming. If you find yourself wondering where to begin, the following points may help you focus. A step you will probably take several times between now and retirement is thinking about how your living expenses could or should change. Next, review all your possible sources of income. Chances are you have an employer-sponsored retirement plan and maybe an IRA or two. Don't forget Social Security. Finally, health care should get special attention as you plan the transition to retirement because as you age, the portion of your budget consumed by health-related costs will likely increase. If you are approaching retirement and would like to discuss these steps in more detail, please call Dan Fouch, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard, WL Lyons LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
Dad has been in the automobile business for over 40 years right here at Bailey Gibson. Anyone who knows Dad knows that the computer age is not exactly his thing, so we would never plug you in as just another number. Dad was raised in a small town by parents who taught him to do the right thing. Your car buying experience will be backed by a dealer who does the right thing. At Bailey Gibson, you'll make a friend who stands behind what he says and the vehicle you buy. Isn't that what we all want out of a car buying experience?
No, you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
8 minutes after 6 o'clock now, WCLU. We are already at 70 degrees this morning, so we got to get ready to have a warm day today. But some rain's going to come in here off and on as we go through the weekend. And staff meteorologist Ray Sajic, working on duty for us at the Weather Channel today, is shoring it all up.
Trying to get some showers in here, even a few thunderstorms in our forecast today as the overcast is starting to increase, clear this morning, and isolated showers and thunderstorms coming in mainly second part of the day. 84 degrees, but the real show will be tonight. Scattered thunderstorms becoming widespread. We'll fall back to about 70. Tomorrow, thunderstorms in the morning still threaten the afternoon, so tomorrow doesn't look great. I don't think it rains all day, though, 81. We should see big improvements by Sunday. More sun than clouds, 85. Near 90 or just above on Monday with clouds and sunshine. And then on the 4th of July, Tuesday, showers and thunderstorms late, highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Current conditions, the barometer's at 30.01, taking a pretty good drop here. The humidity at 93%. South winds at 3 miles an hour. We've been keeping an eye on the radar screen, but nothing has developed as of yet in the range of our radar. 70 degrees. Let's go to the newsroom for round number 1 of WCLU Local News and News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. State police are investigating a lawnmower versus vehicle collision. Trooper Charles Hedgepeth with State Police is investigating a collision that occurred on Tuesday afternoon, about 11 miles south of Greensburg, near the Greene-Metcalfe County line. 50-year-old John Welch of Greensburg was attempting to cross US 68 on a lawnmower when he pulled into the path of a southbound 95 Dodge Dakota pickup driven by 40-year-old Justin Pointer of Edmonton. Pointer was unable to avoid the collision, did strike the lawn tractor, ejecting Welch. He was transported by helicopter to U of L Hospital and is listed in critical condition. Pointer was wearing a seatbelt and was uninjured in the collision. State police were assisted by the Greene County Sheriff's Office, EMS, and the Exie Fire Department. From the Kentucky AP, beginning today, the Commonwealth of Kentucky takes its first official step towards tort reform, initiating a new program to review claims of malpractice against healthcare providers before any legal action can be filed in court. The 2017 Kentucky General Assembly passed Senate Bill 4, establishing medical review panels to help weed out unfounded or frivolous medical malpractice lawsuits. Governor Matt Bevin enthusiastically endorsed the bill and signed the legislation into law. Making sure patients can pursue legal action in the event of medical malpractice is an important part of securing justice for those harmed by our healthcare system. However, it's equally important that providers be protected from frivolous or unfair claims, said Deputy Secretary Judge Timothy Feely of the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. Any person alleging malpractice against a healthcare provider or institution must first bring a proposed complaint to the Medical Review Panel's branch within the Cabinet for Health and Family Services before they can file that claim in a Kentucky court. The Glasgow Fire Department responded to 2 house fires yesterday, one around 10 a.m. on Columbia Avenue. They had gotten the report of a grease fire on a stove. Upon arrival, they did find a fire in the yard from some clothing that had been used to try and put the fire out. The fire was still smoldering on the stove. They quickly put out the exterior fire, removed the stove to the outside of the home. Firefighters then set up fans, removed the smoke. Barron Metcalfe EMS were called to the scene to check out 2 residents. One of them was treated at the scene for burns, but was not transported. The fire started when a pot of cooking oil on the stove overheated and caught on fire. Then they responded to Columbia Avenue for a call reporting a grease fire on a stove. Upon arrival, firefighters found a fire in the yard again with some clothing and put that fire out, they said, in about 40 minutes. South Central Kentucky will be lit up with fireworks over the weekend and on July 4th. The 47th Annual Citizens First Thunderfest will be Sunday at the National Corvette Museum Amphitheater, Corvette Drive in Bowling Green. Gates open at 4. Admission is $20 per carload. Organizers decided late Thursday to change the date to Sunday because of predicted rain. In other local 4th of July festivities, a free fireworks display will be at twilight Tuesday in conjunction with the Green River Catfish Festival in Morgantown. The event starts at 6 o'clock. A free fireworks display will be at 9 p.m. Tuesday at Dumont Hill Park off West Cherry and North Bedelia Streets in Scottsville. Gates open at 4. Edmonson County Parks and Rec Department will present Freedom Fest 2017 Friday at the Cleviot Park on Kentucky 743. Fireworks start at 9. A free fireworks display will be at 9 p.m. Monday at Jellystone Park in Mammoth Cave. Parking will be set up across from the park. Friends of Barron River will present a celebration Tuesday at the Barron River Lake State Resort Park in Lucas. The beach gate will open at 2. There will be musical entertainment. Cost is $10 with proceeds benefiting the fireworks show. And the 28th Annual No Lynn Fest will be coming up August 12th at the Mount Deer Recreation Area. Activities will include the car show, inflatables, music from 3 p.m. till dark. Fireworks there will begin at 9 p.m. And of course, tomorrow in Cave City, they will have their July 4th parade. Lineup starts at the Cave City Convention Center at 3:30. The parade starts at 5. The Green River Band and free barbecue will follow in downtown Cave City. Think there aren't a wide range of employment opportunities close to home? Well, you should check out the Kentucky Career Center, where you can apply for
Production leader, physical therapist, bindery operator,
surgery machine operator, certified nurse assistant, quality inspection, resort desk clerk, traveling inventory associate, bagger, and inspector packer.
You can stop by the office at 445 North Green Street in Glasgow weekdays from 8 to 4. Right now it's 6:14 a.m. and even 70 degrees.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
You are watching WCLU's morning show on Facebook and YouTube.
In more local news, from pajama pants to local court rules. Be sure to tune in to the top story at 7, where I sit down with Barron and Metcalfe County District Judge Gabe Pendleton to talk about his first year on the bench. I also try to find out, is there anything we can say to get out of a traffic ticket in district court? Again, be sure to tune in to our top story at 7. And state police say the 4th of July weekend marks the beginning of the traditional summer travel season, and AAA projects about 37.5 million motorists will hit the roads this year, an increase of almost 3% from last year. They also say it's one of the deadliest holiday periods due to drunk driving crashes. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports drunk driving fatalities typically spike during the holidays. State police say that drivers must understand alcohol not only impairs your ability to drive, but also your judgment about whether or not you can or should drive. You may think you're fine, when in reality, you're not. State police say if you see a drunk driver, contact law enforcement by dialing 911 or state police at their toll-free line, 1-800-222-5555. And in local 911 activity, a house fire on Columbia Avenue just before 10 o'clock yesterday morning. There was a field fire on Gillen Road. Around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, the Austin, Tracy, and Temple Hill volunteer fire departments responded. Glasgow police and fire departments responded to a vehicle fire on Park Avenue yesterday afternoon. Motor vehicle accident with injuries on Roger Wells Boulevard, and there was a accident on Burkesville Road. The Sheriff's Office and Barron Metcalfe EMS responded. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It's 6:17 a.m. and even 70 degrees.
I'm Jerry Bloom. California's Attorney General is not exempting Lexington or Louisville from a ban on state-funded travel to Kentucky. Mike Lindemann has more.
Javier Becerra writes to Mayor Gray that California law doesn't provide exemptions for political subdivisions within a state. The statute prevents using public resources for travel to states which authorize discrimination. Becerra's letter says Kentucky Senate Bill 17 could allow student organizations in schools and colleges to discriminate against classmates based on sexual orientation or gender identity. He adds Kentucky could be removed from the list if the law is repealed or amended. I'm Mike Lindemann.
A federal appeals court has ruled that the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is not required to estimate the number of job losses that are caused by its air pollution regulations. Despite the decision yesterday, the agency says that under President Donald Trump, it will consider the impact of its policies on jobs. President Trump eyeing a Louisville man to fill a U.S. attorney vacancy.
If confirmed, Russell Coleman will serve as the United States Attorney for the Western District of Kentucky. Coleman is currently a member of the law firm of Frost Brown Todd LLC, where he focuses on internal investigations, white-collar criminal matters, and government relations. He previously served as a legal counsel to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and was a special agent with the FBI. President Trump says Coleman shares his vision for, quote, making America safe again. I'm Haley Hansen.
Kentucky State Police say they're prepared for the July 4th holiday weekend driving period. State Police say 10 deadly crashes happened over the holiday last year. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Knowing when breaking local news happens is now easier than ever. Just send a text to the number 57711 and type WCLU. Watch for autocorrect and reply yes to the auto response, and you'll get a text anytime breaking local news is happening on WCLU, your home for local.
You are watching WCLU's morning show on Facebook and YouTube.
As we approach the fireworks, the cookouts, and the festivities, South Central Kentucky Monuments would like to thank and honor all of those who came before us, those who built this great nation and fought to keep it free. July the 4th is the day we celebrate in history with a legacy that lives on for generations to come. At South Central Kentucky Monuments, you and your loved ones' own legacies will be known to those who will follow you, preserved with the caring touch and craftsmanship of a monument created by my friends at South Central Kentucky Monuments, 109 East Front Street in Glasgow.
621 at WCLU and 70 degrees this morning. We have a chance of showers off and on throughout the day today. A better chance tomorrow as we get into the weekend. In area funeral announcements this hour, Marty S. York, age 67, of Marrowbone, died Wednesday at the Gene Waddell Care Center in Somerset. The Barron County native was a veteran of the United States Army during the Vietnam War. He was the owner and operator of A&Y Enterprises. He is survived by his wife, Layden York, 3 daughters, Sonia Lynn Hadley and husband Jeff of Anderson, Indiana, Tanya Lee Anderson of Marrowbone, and Erica Y. Postle and husband Robert of Bowling Green. 1 son, Matthew York, and wife Chastity of Marrowbone. A brother, Larry Sid York of Burkesville. 2 sisters, Barbara Anderson of Bowling Green and Deborah Long of Campbellsville. 12 grandchildren, Harrison, Georgia May, Jonathan, Abigail, Cadence, John, Mason, Malachi, Winston, Tucker, Mackenzie, and Lucas. Funeral services for Marty S. York will be Saturday at noon at Ballou and Stott's Funeral Home, with burial will be in the Marrowbone Cemetery with military honors. Visitation begins tonight at 5 p.m. at Ballou and Stott's. Lieutenant Colonel Leonard Buddy Webb of Crestwood passed away peacefully at Baptist Hospital in Louisville. He was retired from the U.S. Air Force after 25 years of service, after which he was the Vice President of Operations for Goodwill Industries of Missouri, and he retired finally from Southern School Supply in 1996. Although in poor health recently, Leonard remained an inspiration because of his Christian witness and deep affection for his family and friends. He is survived by his wife, Marion Lane Webb, 3 children, Frank Webb, Elizabeth Cook, and Margaret Webb, a brother, Johnny Webb, a sister, Jill Skaggs, daughter-in-law, Gail Webb, 5 grandchildren, Rachel, Hannah, Matthew, Allison, and Mark, and 3 great-grandchildren. Graveside service for Lieutenant Colonel Leonard Buddy Webb will be at 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon at the Brownsville Cemetery. Visitation from noon until 5 Monday at Stoss Funeral Home in Crestwood, and after 11 o'clock Tuesday at Patton Funeral Home in Brownsville. Memorial contributions can be made to the Virginia Webb Memorial Scholarship Fund or to the Crestwood Baptist Church. Stanley Lyle, age 54, of Shady Grove, died Wednesday at Hardin Memorial Hospital. He was a native of Metcalfe County and a member of the Shady Grove Baptist Church. He was the owner-operator of Lyle's Custom Cabinets and Furniture Shop. He enjoyed tractors, hit-and-miss engines, fishing, and camping. He is survived by his wife of 26 years, Virginia Jenny Lyle, his daughter, Bethany Lyle of Shady Grove, parents Richard L. and Marjorie Fancher Lyle. Services for Stanley Lyle will be at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon at Shady Grove Baptist Church. Burial to follow in the Houck Cemetery. Visitation will be from 3 until 8 Saturday at the Wynn Funeral Home, and after 9 a.m. Sunday at the Shady Grove Baptist Church. Arrangements under the direction of the Wynn Funeral Home. Janice Faye Bibb, age 64, of Munfordville, died Monday at her residence. She was retired from Philip Morris, a member of Woodsonville Baptist Church and Voices of Woodsonville. She is also survived by her husband, Jerome Bibb, 3 daughters, Cynthia, Charlotte, and Marcia Bibb, all of Louisville. 1 son, Jerome Bibb, Jr. of Munfordville. 2 sisters, Carol and Carter, and husband Jim of Douglas, Georgia, and Nadine Prater and husband Leonard of Mississippi. 4 brothers, Stephen Finney of Louisville, Michael Finney and wife Marie of Tennessee, Jason Finney of Horse Cave, and Timmy Finney of North Carolina. 12 grandchildren and 15 great-grandchildren. Services for Janice Faye Bibb will be at 11 o'clock on Monday morning at Woodsonville Baptist Church, and terminus to be in the Woodsonville Memorial Gardens. Visitation after 5 p.m. Sunday at the Brooks Funeral Home, and after 9 o'clock Monday at the church. Sylvia Allen, age 65, of Glasgow, died Monday at Norton Hospital in Louisville. She worked for Kindred Care as a CNA. She is survived by her husband Charles Allen, a son Nathan Allen of Louisville, daughters Latasha Allen of Glasgow and Donna Allen of Louisville, 2 brothers Walter E. Bradshaw of Louisville and Raymond McKinley Bosch of Frankfort, grandchildren Tiambia, Aquila, Raisha, Khadijah, Marcel, Xavier, Bria, Amia, and Nathan. Great-grandchildren also survive Alexin and Andrea, special friend Deborah Sanderson and her dog Lily. Service for Sylvia Allen will be at 11 o'clock Monday at the First Baptist Church in Glasgow. Visitation will be from 5 until 8 p.m. Sunday at the church. The Hayes, Watts, and Purcell Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Funeral services for Elizabeth Ann Whitty Billingsley, age 80, of Indianapolis, formerly of Monroe County, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville, with burial to follow in the Skaggs Creek Cemetery. Funeral services for Tammy Denise Gibson Ballard, age 50, of Edmonton, will be this afternoon at 1 o'clock at McMurtry Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Metcalfe County Memorial Gardens. Funeral services for Kenneth Elwood Woody Hawks, age 76, will be held at 11 o'clock this morning at the T.W. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Cremation was chosen. Alternate expressions of sympathy may be made in the form of contributions for funeral expenses. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Sometimes people are injured through the carelessness of others. That's why the law requires every driver to be insured. You work hard and pay your insurance premiums.
Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. When you're injured in a car wreck, you lose income, you have medical bills, and your ability to support yourself and your family is in danger. At Rogers & Driver, we know that. When you need help, we're here on the square in Glasgow, or visit us at rogersanddriver.com.
Rogers and Driver, your local full-service injury attorneys.
628 WCLU, 70 degrees. We'll check in with Ray Stajic in a minute from the Weather Channel. Let's go back to the WCLU newsroom with Angela Briggs.
So, Henry, we had one of our listeners tagged us in a Facebook post about an incident that had happened in Glasgow yesterday, which this is why social media can help in the news world, because we can learn about things and then get the rest of the story. So, basically, a Glasgow man and his brother were in Walmart in Glasgow. They were getting some fuel, they said, and drinks. Two guys in a white Honda Accord two-door, kind of an early 2000 model, followed them from the gas station, turned left behind them onto the outer loop. And as they came up onto the 6880 intersection there, the driver fired a small handgun round into his vehicle about 8 inches behind the driver's head. Now, this guy put it on Facebook, said he was offering a reward for the name of the individual. He's got a picture here from the surveillance. I'm going to try to get this up on WCLU's Facebook page here momentarily. Basically, they said, if you know this guy, help us out. I spoke with Lieutenant Jimmy Phelps of the Glasgow Police Department just a couple minutes ago. He did confirm this did happen. We think there's been an arrest. We're 99.9% sure, but I don't want to put that out there until I have absolute confirmation. But again, folks, Glasgow Walmart, it was random.
Yeah. Well, again, describe exactly the progress leaving the parking lot and all that.
These guys in a white Honda Accord pulled out behind this guy and his brother. They headed, they're beside Lawn and Garden. They turned left, going towards 6880.
Yeah.
Pulled up beside him and just shot into their vehicle. That doesn't say there's any kind of provocation. There may be more to the story. I have no idea. But according to what is in this Facebook post, basically pulled up beside him and just shot and hit about 8 inches from the guy's head that was driving.
Well, we'll want you to keep us posted on that for sure, and say it's been confirmed by Lieutenant Jimmy Phelps with the Glasgow PD, and I know they're working on it.
Definitely. We are absolutely confirming that it happened. I'm just trying to get the details. But again, one of our listeners tagged us in this on Facebook or I may have been tomorrow or later on today before we found out about it. So this is how, you guys can help us to stay in the loop, and then we can help you get the details.
All right. Very good. Thank you for sharing that, and we'll have more coming up.
Thank you.
631 at WCLU and 70 degrees.
PPI. TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Anytime.
70 degrees. We need to talk about where we're headed for the weekend. And staff meteorologist Ray Stajic is going to kind of put it all in perspective and give us a bit of a timeline.
Could go with isolated showers and thunderstorms for the daytime hours today, but our better chances will start coming in tonight and tomorrow, but better weather by the tail end of the holiday weekend. I'm not going to say no rain, but the chances do go way down. And temperatures go, you guessed it, up. Clear sky this morning, but we'll cloud over as we go through this morning with an isolated shower thunderstorm as we go on through the day, 84 degrees. Now, as we head through tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms become more widespread. Could be even overnight, 70 degrees. Thunderstorms are likely by tomorrow morning and more scattered storms around tomorrow afternoon. There may be some breaks in between rounds, 81, but we should dry out as this front tries to get south of us as we look ahead towards Sunday. More sun than clouds in the middle 80s, then hotter by Monday and Tuesday, Independence Day. Monday, clouds, sun, low 90s, upper 80s, near 90, with late-day showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Current conditions, barometers at 30.01, 93% humidity. Winds are out of the south at 3 miles an hour. We have recorded 1/100th of an inch of rain in the past 24 hours. May add to that as the morning progresses, but we don't see any precipitation moving our direction as of yet this morning. It's 70 degrees at WCLU.
Nothing.
Highland Hills Church presents Summerfest. Summerfest is a day of fun from start to finish with inflatables and water slides for the kids, along with great food and games for all ages. At 7 p.m., our praise band hits the stage for an amazing worship service in which we celebrate Jesus. Admission is absolutely free, so join us July 15th at the Glasgow-Barron County Soccer Complex on Highway 1297 in Glasgow. Gates open at 3 p.m. For more information, visit our website at highlandhillschurch.com.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
All about birthdays today and anniversaries, so we better pause and share all of that. The look at the Friday and weekend birthdays today brought to you by the folks who make birthdays fun. We're talking Ralphie's Fun Center.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Well, let's see here. I got to start off Friday with a gong on our birthday anniversary list. A really great guy who is turning 50 today. I'm talking Terry Prophet. Happy 50th birthday to Terry Prophet today. We have Claudia Hatfield, Amanda Duval, Kevin Werner. It's Denise Strader's birthday. It's also Amber Walker celebrating. Vicki Estes is 51. Susie Belshaw, Ella Nelson, and Caitlin Owens. Anniversary today for Marlon and Joyce Witcher. Now let's look at the Saturday birthday club here, shall we? How about Gary Allen Garrison? Gary Allen Garrison is 59 on Saturday. We understand he just became a grandpa, so that's going to be a birthday to remember for sure. Michael D. Houchins with a birthday. It's James Case on Saturday. Kim Kelson, Stephen Sloan, and Hunter Bowles. Anniversaries on Saturday for James and Menora Glover. Mitchell and Sandy McClellan. Gary and Darlene Lockett. Then on Sunday, let's celebrate with Yvonne Martin, Brittany Martin, Chad Pettigo, Carolyn Matthews, and Randall Trowbridge. And we have one anniversary here for Sunday. It's a biggie. It is Willie and Peggy Adwell. Willie and Peggy Adwell celebrating their 55th wedding anniversary on Sunday. What about that? 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. Somebody's going to win a delicious birthday cake from Dairy Queen off of this list today, too. And we've got a rose from Greer's Florist to give away to a lucky honoree as well. And thanks so much to Ralphie's Fun Center for sponsoring the birthdays today. Archive straight ahead.
First apartment ever. You got this. First coffee table. Short-lived. When the going gets tough, you know to take a break and get a much-needed yay with an ice-cold, refreshing, any-size Coke for just $1 at McDonald's. It's the kind of deal that can turn everyday hassles into the everyday yay.
Not every family is blessed with financial success. For many, it is a daily struggle to keep food on the table and a roof over their head. Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. Since 1981, I've been helping families threatened by debt collectors, garnishment, and foreclosure. Schedule a free consultation and let us show you how we can help your family. Rogers and Driver, on the Square in Glasgow, Kentucky.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Hardware on Industrial Drive in Glasgow. Top-notch work, top-notch people.
Yes, indeed. Great sponsors of the archives. Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services, and Anthony Myatt, your Modern Woodman of America representative. All right, Angela, let's see here. Let me get a little theme music going so we make this thing official.
All right.
And this is the day that we wrap up the month of June.
Can you believe that?
It is hard to believe that this month has just barreled on through, and we're stepping into July.
Can't even I cannot even believe that. That's crazy.
It is, but it's here.
Yes, it is.
I want to be sure and thank our archivists who do all the digging, folks like Miss Mary Jones, Ms. Gail Berry, and Mr. Ray Green. And thanks to Miss Sherry Wesley at the Cultural Center and all the staff there that just make this a very enjoyable part of our day.
Right.
And so this was the day in 1917, the recital of Mrs. Belle Jones and Laverne Pettigo, assisted by Mrs. Henrietta Jones and Rachel Richards, was held at the high school auditorium Monday evening, and it was attended by a large audience. The young ladies did themselves proud, as everybody knew they would. Friday at 4 o'clock at the same place, Miss Gorin's pupils will give a recital. So we had some pupils here this particular weekend, and the next weekend, Miss Gorin's pupils are going to have a recital to which everybody is invited. And how nerve-wracking could that be?
Well, it's funny. I can remember, being in the 4th grade recorder band. Mm-hmm. We had our recitals and thinking how good we sounded.
Yeah.
And then years later, going back to, my son's 4th grade recorder band and thinking, oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's, the kids get a whole lot out of it.
Uh-huh. I'd like to find my old recorder. I played on the air.
Well,
there's like crickets. Henry's like,
keep looking.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't have a suggestion on where to look.
I have to see, it's like record a soundtrack first.
Listen to this story in 1927. Talking about times they are a-changing.
Right.
It was 1927 this story appeared.
Okay.
By agreement of the Commonwealth and the Council of the Defense, the following cases were disposed of in circuit court on Tuesday. Now, first of all, know that the jurors that were used were selected from men not needed at home for farm duty. So, back in the day, hey, it's okay for you to be a juror amongst your peers, except for the fact unless you got farm work to do, and then you are flat out of the requirement.
There you go.
That was in 1927. So here's what they did. Cal Smith, age 11, was sent to reform school for 3 years for robbery.
What?
It'll be recalled that young Smith, after stealing dynamite caps from the city quarry, discharged them, inflicting injuries upon himself and the young son of W.J. Ford. So, there was no... it's not just a juvenile age 11. It's his name, Cal Smith.
I'm saying they just put him on blast.
3 years in reform school. Also at circuit court, Jonas Starks, colored, an old offender, drew 2 years in prison for making liquor.
See, being an entrepreneur.
Starks had served long jail sentences for similar crimes. I guess that's how he got that. The writer in the newspaper here was able to refer to him as an old offender. And we have also John Jackson, who is white. Get this, he drew a life sentence for breaking into a residence.
What?
As this was his third conviction, he went to prison automatically for life because he stood self-adjudged as a habitual criminal.
Good. Maybe they should have sent him to reform school.
I don't know. Hey, you break into you do enough crime, you're in there for life.
Well, do you remember that guy a while back in the archives that stole a shirt and got 17 years?
Yeah. It was, a much more rigid, disbursement of justice back then.
That's kind of crazy.
And finally, in circuit courts, Charles Logston was fined $100 and given 60 days in jail for liquor making. And Evans Elmore drew 1 year for stealing a cow. So we've got two stark differences there.
Right.
You're going to jail for life for the third breaking and entering, and you get a year for stealing a cow.
Good.
So you better behave.
Better get yourself together. Look, they're sending 11-year-olds off to reform school.
And naming them in the news story.
Just putting them on blast like that.
Now, here's another story from 1927 to wrap it up. This is the month. We kind of have to wrap it up here at the end of the month.
Right.
And the headline reads, Unsightly poles will be moved from 2 streets. The city council has enacted an ordinance ordering all electric and telephone companies operating in Glasgow to remove all the poles on the west side of North Ray Street and South Green Street, and to concentrate all of their lines and cables on one set of poles on the east side of the street. Permission is also granted the companies to cut or remove trees that interfere with progress of the lines. However, the property owners must first be notified of such intent and action. This action follows agreement between the light and telephone pole folks to use only one set of poles for 2 lines. That was made necessary because work of rebuilding the 2 streets in question into permanent streets will begin shortly.
I mean, I will not say which utility company because I'm a big fan of utilities, but my sister had gone somewhere, I don't know, it's been a while back anyway, and came home, and in between her house and the neighbors, which isn't a big great distance, there's this huge pole there out of nowhere. No kind of heads up, no kind of, hey, we're getting ready to put this here. It was just like there.
Yeah.
And I have to believe they could have put it, just somewhere it's just right in the middle of the yard.
Well, hopefully she gets that worked out.
Worked out? I mean, it's there now. It's
okay, it's going to stay. All right.
But, it's like those people that were on the one side that had the poles. I wonder what they thought about it.
Yeah, they weren't sure either.
They probably didn't like the folks on the other side of the street.
Let's just go to the show and not worry about it.
There you go.
In 1937, you could go to the Plaza Theater, and here's what you could see.
Okay.
Call It a Day with Olivia de Havilland, Ian Hunt, and Anita Louise. You could also see I Met Him in Paris with Claudette Colbert, Melvin Douglas, and Robert Young. And how about Time Out for Romance?
Time Out for Romance.
With Claire Trevor, Michael Whalen, and Joan Davis. Boy, they were showing the biggies here in 1937 at the Plaza Theater. Let's see, 1947. It was announced this day that Maxie Irvin, who recently completed his pre-dental work at Georgetown College, is going to enter dental school at the University of Louisville in September.
Well,
University of Louisville has always had a stellar dental program. As this young gentleman here, Mr. Irvin, worked his way through the pre-dental work, and now he's gotten in at University of Louisville.
Well, that's good.
This day in 1977, this kind of shows the way this upcoming holiday, what it means to people around here. Barren River Lake State Resort Park is already booked with its 51 rooms and 12 cottages for the 4th of July holiday.
Right.
So the announcement is that, hey, we'd love to invite you down, but we are full.
Right. Absolutely maxed out.
Folks are coming to the lodge. What a wonderful asset that continues to be for our community. This day in 1987, a 25-year-old Glasgow man was fatally injured in an industrial accident at Butler County coal mine.
Oh, gosh.
Roger Walbert suffered fatal injuries when he was struck by a jack that he was using to change a tire on a coal truck. Sounds awful.
Doesn't sound like fun at all.
Yeah, but that was 1987. Also this day in 1987, the Glasgow City School Board of Education hired Greg Lyons as the band director at Glasgow High School. A wonderful fella indeed who did a wonderful job as the director of the band. And let's see here. Finally, this day in 2007, Robert Cameron of Lenoir City, Tennessee, won the W.A. Weldon Singles Championship. And he also won the Jim Moody Doubles Classic.
Now, I've heard that name before.
With his, yeah, that's right. Jim Moody was, of course, our news director and an excellent tennis player. And this guy right here, Robert Cameron, had with his partner, Michael Mather, and they won the Jim Moody Doubles Classic back in 2007. 10 years ago.
A decade has passed.
That's right. And we've had to work hard to get through this month of June because there's so many fascinating things.
Fascinating and crazy.
Yeah, that's right, you know.
I'm getting this.
Yeah, I don't know, though. What is the message that it sends to all would-be mischievous 11-year-olds?
And how they always hated on small business owners, entrepreneurs.
That's right. They
Cough
were
medicine salesmen.
Yeah, they were, looks to me like they were, that's pretty serious to get a year in jail for taking a cow, too.
I'm saying, God forbid you take 3 up, you're going away for life.
That's right. But, the thing is, it might have deterred somebody from doing it, too.
There you go. I don't know. That one guy ran away from court, and they just let him go. So
yeah, that's what punishment used to be all about. It's the archives.
It is.
And again, we really appreciate our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services, and Anthony Myatt, your Modern Woodman of America representative. And we'll start fresh on Monday in a fresh new month of July. And certainly we want you to remember to brag on the Cultural Center because it is something certainly to brag about here in our hometown. It's 6:52 at WCLU.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
And we'll be talking live with James Bailey about 7:20 next hour, 7:20, for a wrap-up and a preview of activities at the fair.
One of the
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Highland Hills Church presents Summerfest. Summerfest is a day of fun from start to finish with inflatables and water slides for the kids, along with great food and games for all ages. At 7 p.m., our praise band hits the stage for an amazing worship service in which we celebrate Jesus. Admission is absolutely free, so join us July 15th at the Glasgow-Barron County Soccer Complex on Highway 1297 in Glasgow. Gates open at 3 p.m. For more information, visit our website at highlandhillschurch.com.
Bill, with EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Today, we're patting on the back by special request, and this is a very special request that we're doing here today. It is Hala Curry Day on the radio. If you happen to see Hala Curry around town, pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold. She is retiring today from Louisville Bedding Company. And you know that she has given lots of years of service to Louisville Bedding. And so today it's her retirement day. If you happen to see Hala Curry around, you let her know she's good as gold from her friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane.
Some showers in here, even a few thunderstorms in our forecast today as the overcast is starting to increase, clear this morning, and isolated showers and thunderstorms coming in mainly second part of the day. 84 degrees, but the real show will be tonight. Scattered thunderstorms becoming widespread. We'll fall back to about 70. Tomorrow, thunderstorms in the morning still threaten the afternoon, so tomorrow doesn't look great. I don't think it rains all day, though, 81. We should see big improvements by Sunday. More sun than clouds, 85. Near 90 or just above on Monday with clouds and sunshine. And then on the 4th of July, Tuesday, showers and thunderstorms late, highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Quiet day on the radar screen so far, but it will power up a little bit as we get further into the afternoon. And we're at 70 degrees this morning from WCLU. This weather update brought to you by South Central Bank.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
First apartment ever. You got this. First coffee table. Short-lived. When the going gets tough, you know to take a break and get a much-needed yay with an ice-cold, refreshing any-size Coke for just $1 at McDonald's. It's the kind of deal that can turn everyday hassles into the everyday yay.
Let's go. Call ahead at 678-BEER.
Hey, don't forget, coming up, a special deal this morning. It's going to be the giveaway of this really nice Hamilton Beach ice cream freezer, along with this Dairy Good cookbook and the June Dairy Month T-shirt. Now, that's going to be drawn for on Facebook Live at 11:30 this morning. And you have until 10:30 to get registered. You go to our you go to our, you can go either one, web page or Facebook, and you'll see this ice cream freezer, the June Dairy T-shirt, and the book, and a real easy way for you to submit your name, and it's possible you could be winning that when it's drawn for at 11:30 today on Facebook Live. Also, we're getting geared up next week to come in here and give away some Dollywood tickets. Yeah, that's a fun place to go, and those are pretty hard to come by tickets. But we've got some that we're going to be giving away next week. And now, while we're in the mood of giving stuff away, we're going to go and play trivia. Extreme Trivia, brought to you by the folks at Extreme Fitness for Women, and Extreme Health Club. Who's going to be the final winner in the month of June? We're going to come right back and find out in just a second.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Street, Glasgow. Yeah, it's just an extremely excellent place to go and hang out and leave feeling better about yourself. And you'll feel better about yourself if you win trivia today. Final winner for the month of June. You know, we empty out the hat over here, and everybody will be eligible on the first trivia contest of July. Here we go, 651-9149, 800-956-1023, Friday Local Trivia. And here's the question. Which F. Scott Fitzgerald novel features Louisville's Sealback Hotel? Now, you know, that is one mighty fine hotel. It's had a great heritage in our state for a great number of years. Kind of a much sought-after destination, but F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote a novel that included Louisville's Sealback Hotel. What's the name of that novel?
The Great Gatsby.
Correct. And who's this speaking?
David Walbert.
David, what are you doing?
Well, just getting ready to go into work.
I knew that you were well-read, but I didn't know you were well-read in the classics here.
You know, I was reading something, I believe it was in the Reader's Digest last month, and that happened to come up.
Yeah, and apparently back in the early part of the 1900s, the author F. Scott Fitzgerald liked to hang out at the Sealback Hotel.
He did.
And I think he apparently liked the bar too.
I believe he was particularly fond of the bar.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, which is, hey, he put the Sealback on the map.
He did.
By including the Sealback in the book, The Great Gatsby.
Right.
And you have become the great David Walbert for slipping in here at the end of the month.
Well, I was listening earlier as a side to your talk about the harsh punishment.
Yeah.
For stealing cows and so on.
Yeah.
It seemed harsh, but on the other hand, we didn't have near as much crime as we have today.
No, that's right. I mean, no, I don't. I hope that young guy that was 11 years old that had to go to prison, it didn't ruin his entire life, but maybe it put him on the straight road. I don't know.
I'd say that would go a long way toward it.
Yeah, I don't think it's something you'd want to repeat for sure. No. But boy, it sure is different, isn't it?
It is.
It's the way it's done now is, we just have to. Well, I mean, the laws have been rewritten, and the people that administer the laws have to do what the laws say.
Well, there's a lot of difference in it now.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of different problems, too.
Yeah. Well, I think that what you need to do is you need to go out here to Extreme Health Club and get you a smoothie and figure it out.
That'd probably make me feel a lot better, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and you've won it. We got the card over here for you, so come by and enjoy that, David, okay?
I'll do that.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Henry.
See you. Bye-bye. David Walbert. That's right. F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote a novel and it features Louisville's Seelbach Hotel. Name it, The Great Gatsby. So we're going to play tomorrow, or actually we're going to play on Monday with a clean slate, and you can be prepared to jump right in and win. Thanks so much to the Extreme Family of Businesses here for giving us a much enjoyed prize for sure. 7:03. CBS.
Many different factors come into play when dealing with an accident with an 80,000-pound vehicle. Because of federal and state regulations governing truck drivers, it is important to contact Rogers and Driver immediately. With more and more tractor-trailers on the road, it's important to be prepared. They aren't concerned with the rights of the victim. If you've been injured in a collision with a tractor-trailer throughout Kentucky or Tennessee, Rogers and Driver can handle your case.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Highland Hills Church presents Summerfest. Summerfest is a day of fun from start to finish with inflatables and water slides for the kids, along with great food and games for all ages. At 7 p.m., our praise band hits the stage for an amazing worship service in which we celebrate Jesus. Admission is absolutely free, so join us July 15th at the Glasgow-Barron County Soccer Complex on Highway 1297 in Glasgow. Gates open at 3 p.m. For more information, visit our website at highlandhillschurch.com.
You are watching WCLU's morning show on Facebook and YouTube.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
Dad has been in the automobile business for over 40 years right here at Bailey Gibson. Anyone who knows Dad knows that the computer age is not exactly his thing, so we would never plug you in as just another number. Dad was raised in a small town by parents who taught him to do the right thing. Your car buying experience will be backed by a dealer who does the right thing. At Bailey Gibson, you'll make a friend who stands behind what he says and the vehicle you buy. Isn't that what we all want out of a car buying experience?
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Everybody loves cute babies. We really love cute babies here at WCLU. But while you're looking at cute babies on your phone, head on over to WCLU Radio on Facebook for everything else you need in your life. Streaming live events, news, and more for you to access anywhere you have to be.
And at WCLUradio.com.
8 minutes after 7 o'clock at WCLU and 70 degrees as we get our start here on the Friday morning live and local morning show. And as we get the 7 o'clock morning edition started, let's move for our top story at 7. Here's Angela Briggs.
Live on WCLU Radio, it's The Top Story at 7 with WCLU News Director Angela Briggs.
Angela Briggs here with WCLU, and this is your live top story at 7. I'm sitting here with District Judge Gabe Pendleton. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Now, you've been on the bench for a little over a year now.
About 15 months, I think.
So let's take this thing back to right after the last election. And I mean like 2:30 a.m. right after the last election.
Yep, at about 2:30 in the morning, you called me. I had been notified earlier that, well, earlier in the night, I thought I'd lost the election. I was at home and then started getting calls like maybe there was something wrong, but I didn't know exactly what the deal was. Some people were saying, hey, you've actually won, and I wasn't really believing that because I just thought maybe somebody had missed some votes somewhere.
Right.
And then you called at about 2:30, and I was laying there with my wife, and we weren't asleep yet because so much had been going on, and you said, congratulations, you know, you've won. And I was like, what's going on? What happened? You explained to me that they had transposed our numbers from one precinct, and when you told me what precinct it was,
right,
that was the first time I allowed myself to believe that I had won, because that was a precinct I'd won in the primary by a pretty wide margin. And then this one, I would have lost it by a really big margin, but instead I had actually won that one, and that changed the whole outcome of the election. So you made my night, certainly. So I appreciate you calling and letting me know, because until I knew exactly what the mistake was, I wasn't going to allow myself to think I'd won. And but now I have, and I'm loving doing the job.
Yeah. Now you know, a lot of times during campaign, everything's busy. You're eating bean soup everywhere, and vegetable soup, and pancakes, and everything. And then, you know, there are events constantly. And then all of a sudden, you get elected, and it's like, okay, now I'm taking the bench.
Right.
You made some changes as soon as you took the bench. One of those was a dress code. Now, do you miss pajama pants in district court?
I do not miss them. I don't miss them, and I'm glad that people don't wear them. As a matter of fact, I don't think anybody has worn pajama pants to district court since I have instituted this dress code. I've had people that have worn shorts and tank tops, but they didn't know that that's what the dress code was, and so we either let them go home and change or give them a date for the next week to come back. But the dress codes worked great so far. I haven't really had any problems with it. You know, I feel bad when people come and they have to leave or come back another day because it wastes a day, but I also, you know, I made the rule and I need to enforce it, and it's just, that kind of is what it is. They need to show some respect for what's going on in the process in district court, and it's been good overall.
Absolutely. And you don't miss pajama pants again? That's
I don't miss them. No.
You've also made some other changes. You've changed the court schedule.
I have changed the court schedule. We've done a few things different on just when we schedule some things, but then on Thursdays and Fridays, Thursdays used to be our trial days, and Fridays were an arraignment day where you're there all day. On Fridays, we've switched those 2 days, so we're there all day on Thursdays. Fridays are trial days, so if we don't have trials, then we have days where we don't have court that's scheduled unless we need to schedule something special. And that gives lawyers a chance to leave town, you know, do whatever they need to do on Fridays or schedule other things where if they need to be gone earlier, they can be. And it also allows our ladies in the clerk's office to get everything ready for Monday. You don't have to worry about that. So that part I think everybody's really liked that. It was kind of something I think Judge Alexander had thought about doing before, but never was able to implement it. But then once I came in new, I was like, well, we're going to try this. So we've been doing that since, well, it's only been a month. This month was the first month for it, but I think everybody really likes it so far. I've gotten a lot of good feedback about it, and hopefully, you know, that'll be something people like for the rest of my tenure.
I would think so. And something I think that people may not understand about district court is that your all's docket is not a small docket. I mean, I've seen lines in district court before. So as far as case volume, was that shocking to you? Were you expecting that many cases?
Well, I mean, of course, I've been in district court for 12 years or 11 years as a prosecutor before then, so I knew, you know, what was going to go on in there every day. But, you know, when I go to these new judge colleges or go to, you know, judge school for continuing education, you know, I hear a lot of these other judges talk about their dockets, and their jobs would be better than my job as far as they, you know, they're there 2 or 3 days a week, and that's about it, and they have half days when they do those, and they just have a lot smaller counties. You know, when I go to Metcalfe counties like today on Wednesday, you know, we're done by lunch pretty much every day. But here in Barron County, we've got 4 other days where we're not done by lunch most days, and it's usually, you know, Monday it was 5 o'clock. You know, you go from 8 to 5, and I didn't get lunch, and it's just it's busy. People don't think that Glasgow, a town of this size, would have that big court docket, but we have a lot going on, and it's one of the 5 busiest I have one of the 5 busiest district judge offices or jobs in the state.
I would guarantee it.
It's a lot of work, but I like it. It's not work that you can't get done, but when you're up there, there's no time to just waste. You've got to be going.
Well, you know, you were talking about being a prosecutor, you know, and now, you know, you had the view from that side. And now, you know, what does the view from the middle look like? Because basically you got to, you know, bring everybody together.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely different. I don't have a side now. You know, before I was always advocating for the state or for the Commonwealth, and now I'm listening to what both sides are saying, or listening to, you know, even in civil cases. You know, I wasn't involved in those in a prosecutor, but those are always the toughest for me as a judge, because there's 2 people here telling you 2 different stories, and they can't both be correct. And so, you know, they come in there wanting me to settle their differences, and, you know, they both come in there mad at each other, and they usually leave mad at me because I don't, you know, if you don't find what one of them wants totally, then
it's all your fault.
It's all my fault. But that's part of it. That's part of being the judge. But it's been good to come into this, you know, to kind of be in the middle, and I hope that I've done a good job. I think the people, you know, the lawyers and people that have come in there think that I'm fair. I thought I was fair as a prosecutor, but, you know, but I had a different job. But now this job, you know, I do my best every day to make sure that I'm being fair to people, and that I listen to everything that they want to tell me, and then make my decision based on that.
You're talking about local attorneys. You've also updated some local rules.
Yes,
You're in the process of doing that.
I have completed them for all intents and purposes. I think I just have a couple of things to tweak. But local rules are something that every court is supposed to have, so that people from lawyers from out of town, lawyers from in town, know what our schedule is, know what's expected of them in there, what they can do in my courtroom, what they can't, where they sit, where they, you know, what times it starts, you know, what you wear. All of those are rules that are supposed to be out there, and ours haven't really been updated in at least over 20 years, since before Judge Rock took the bench.
It has been a while.
So that's been a little process doing. Judge Alexander kind of started to revise those, but he never got those finished when he was district judge. So I figured since I was starting off new, I would try and get that done, and I should have those ready to go out to the bar and then to the Chief Justice to be approved. They have to all be approved before they can be implemented, but hopefully that'll help too. So that, I mean, just trying to do things to make sure that district court's running the way it should, and that we're complying with everything that they want us to do from the state.
Now I've got some questions I have to ask.
All right.
Anybody that knows me knows that Glasgow drivers drive me batty.
All right.
Traffic tickets. You see these people that come in district court.
Every traffic ticket comes to my court. Yes, ma'am.
Am I correct?
Unless they pay it before they get there.
Right. Does Glasgow have an issue with people breaking traffic laws?
Glasgow does.
Told you, folks. I knew I was right about it.
But I would say every city has that. I'd say everybody breaks the traffic laws.
What if I come in court and I tell you, Judge, I was in a hurry, that's why I was speeding? Will that get me out of a ticket?
Will it get you out of it?
Yes.
Probably not.
What if I tell you that I had to get home really fast, I was running late? Aliens, I thought they were going to abduct me.
Aliens might work. I mean, I don't know. You'd probably have to provide me some proof.
If I had a cell phone video.
I'd certainly look at it.
You're not going to make any promises,
no,
right?
I'd be fair to you. I'd look at it and see what I thought about that. But, you know, if somebody was going to the hospital and they were having a baby and they pulled you over, I mean, most of the time they're not going to give you a ticket for that. anyway, but I mean, there can be circumstances where there might be a miscommunication between them and the officer didn't really understand why they were doing what they did and gave them a ticket, and then they come in and they had some compelling reason. You know, sometimes we might help you. I mean, no, we're not usually just going to throw it out, but we might say, hey, if you don't get any tickets for 6 months, then this one could get dismissed as long as you don't have any. We just want to make sure people are following the traffic rules. I feel like that's what my job is. You know, it's not necessarily to make people pay a lot of money because they made a mistake. You know, sometimes that's what happens, but there are also times where, you know, they made an honest mistake and they should, you know, I feel like you can have a little mercy on them in certain circumstances.
So what you're saying is people need to get themselves together and follow the traffic laws, and there is no magic phrase I can say that's going to get me out of a ticket.
There is no magic phrase that'll get you out of a ticket. As far as I know, I haven't heard one yet.
If you do, let me know about that.
I will do that.
People that come in court that are jerks, and you know they're jerks, but you have to side with them because that's the law. Does that drive you crazy?
It doesn't drive me crazy, I don't think. I mean, some people are just jerks. I mean, you understand that. I have to deal with them all the time. I mean, I just try to be as nice to them as I can. You know, usually that makes people feel a little worse about being a jerk when you're nice to them, even when they're a jerk to you. So, you know, I just try and be nice to them, be fair to them, and if their side is, you know, the law is on their side in their dispute, then they're going to win whether they're a jerk or not. I mean, that's just what my job is, and it doesn't really matter if you're a jerk. Now, if you're acting crazy in court and doing things you shouldn't do, I mean, you know, if you're being a jerk that way, then, you know, then that's something different that I can do something about. But as far as if you're just, you know,
just a jerk in general.
Yeah, you just want to kick somebody out of their house just because, and they don't have anywhere to go, you know, then you
We're
might
going to have to go by the law here.
Yeah, that person might think you're being a jerk for kicking them out of their house, but the law's on their side because they can. They're your landlord. Well,
you're bound by the law.
Yeah, you got to go. Sorry.
15 months on the bench. You seem pretty comfortable with it. Seem like it's, you know, everything's going smoothly. You going to run for re-election?
Of course, I'm going to run for re-election. I love doing this job. Almost every day I love it. There are some days where I wonder why I wanted to do this job, but the majority, I mean, almost every day, really, I mean, this is a job where you can do a lot of good for our community. And I knew that before I took the job, but after having it and doing it for 15 months, I mean, there's a lot of people's lives that you can affect. I mean, we've had one guy that was there he's probably been arrested 100 times, not kidding, for alcohol-related offenses, and he's just got a bad alcohol problem. Right. And so we finally got him into rehab. He completed his rehab, and now he's in a halfway house. And this may change his whole life.
Everything.
Yeah, just for that. I mean, we have countless people that I've sent to rehab that have changed their lives, or people that you let do certain things. Or, well, we have a job program now, basically through the court that we help you do. Miss Julia Atkins at U-Turn program helps us with that. So I have people in there that either can't pay their fines or we give them a alternative sentence. Instead of doing this community service, we've got a job for you. Go out and work at this job in the community. Right. If you do that, then, you know, your fines will be, you know, we'll relieve your fines, or you don't have to serve your jail time. Right. And that not only helps our community, but it helps those people too. You know, it gives them something. They might find a career that they can, you know, do and support their family. And a lot of these times when people are committing some of these petty crimes, it's because they don't have a job, right. And they don't have anything to do with their time. And, you know, idle hands. Idle hands
are the devil's workshop.
Yeah, devil's workshop. So, you know, when you don't have anything to do and you're hanging out with people that are getting in trouble, you know, then you tend to get in trouble. And that's a lot of what we see in district court is just people that are with the wrong people and don't have the means or the willpower to get out. But when you give them a chance to do a job or something else, you know, they can change their lifestyle and they can change their friends and they can change their life. And I've been able to do a lot of that. And so that's really what has been great about this first 15 months. And I really, I mean, it's rewarding to know that you've done something to kind of help somebody in their life. So I really like that part.
There you go, folks. Barron and Metcalf District Court, you can leave out of there with opportunity.
That's right.
I mean, where else can you get that? Nowhere, I'm not thinking.
That's right. I'm a nice guy. I'll treat you fair when you come in there. I might have to do my job, but, you know, if you come in there, it's...
Now, how many fashion police do you have in District Court to make sure this dress code?
Well, I mean, most of the time, I don't notice because I'm doing writing when the people come up there, and I'm not very tall anyway, so I'm not going to see over the bench. You know, I got this bench, and they're standing right there next to it, so I don't know if they've got on shorts or something else. Usually my bailiff has to say, hey, they have on shorts, but I make an announcement before we start every day and say, look, if you've got this on, you need to come tell them and see if you've got time to go home and change, or if we're going to have to give you another day. So most of the time that weeds it out, but sometimes a few of them sneak up there and they're like, hey, they got on shorts.
Well, if you need a fashion police officer, I will definitely come up there and donate my time.
Well, I don't know if I've got any money for that.
If I could just write people tickets for that, I would like that.
We'll talk to Chief Howie at the police department.
If that could expand into parking tickets too, people drive me crazy. But we'll talk about that another time. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe they can make you a special deputy or special officer, and you can just come up there and just write fashion police tickets.
See, folks, right here, Judge Pendleton, I'm loving this idea. Great things coming out of District Court. Judge, thank you so much for coming by and taking a look back at the year again. You don't miss pajama pants. You're giving opportunities in court, and things are going just smooth as sail.
They're going pretty good. I'm really enjoying it, and I appreciate the people of Barron and Metcalf counties electing me to do this job, and I hope that they think that I'm doing a good job at it, and I'm certainly trying to do the best that I can, and I'd like to do it for many years.
Many years, folks. You heard it right here. Angela Briggs, I'm with WCLU, and sat down with Judge Pendleton, and this has been your live top story.
25 at WCLU and 70 degrees this morning. Could have some rain a bit later on today, but I'm going to tell you what, this week has been a fabulous week to have such things as the Barron County Fair. And Friday is always a big day at the fair, and we have James Bailey from the Barron County Fair, who is on the air with us this morning to talk some about last night and to talk some about what we got coming up. James, good morning.
Good morning. How's everything going with you?
Smooth as silk.
Doing good this morning.
It's a busy Friday, and we like that, James.
Oh yeah. Well, we had a good night last night at the fair. We had kind of recap a little bit. Of course, we had a cornhole tournament, and we had the Miss Barron County Fair pageant. In that, we had 18 entries in that one. And both pageants, I think about 21 entries, which was down a little bit in numbers, but a lot of quality.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, the Miss Barron County winner was Kenzie Skaggs from Glasgow, and the Miss Barron County Fair is the winner was Melanie Horn of Litchfield, Kentucky.
Okay.
Second place was our first runner-up would be Morgan Harvey of Columbia, Kentucky. The second runner-up was Jordan Crozier of Somerset. And in our Midris Barron County Fair pageant, our winner, our queen, was Brittany Hicks of Somerset. Second place was Erica Spillman of Glasgow. And third place was Ashley Green of Shepherdsville. That's kind of the way that went. I had a really good ATV rodeo. I left late last night, and it's still going on. Yeah, it was going big. So we had, that was good. We had good attendance last night. We had a pretty good gate, and things went well for Thursday night. Now we're expecting a great big night tonight.
Let's hear about all the opportunities, James.
Okay, of course, you know, We have a good carnival. If you pay your admission of $10, you get all the free rides all night. Also, at 9 o'clock this morning, we have our floor hall entrance now. We have a really fantastic floor hall.
Yes, you do.
And it'll be great. And we'll have that this morning. And this evening at 5 will be our paddle pool for the youngsters.
That's always exciting, isn't it?
That's right, it is. And at 6:30, we have a concert. Shaylin McGuire is going to be in concert. She's really a good country singer.
She really is.
She's good. And I think folks would like to hear that.
Yeah.
And at 7 o'clock, we have scheduled KTPA truck and tractor pull. That's one of those big ones.
It is. Big sanction one.
Yeah, it's one of those big ones. You know, it's kind you go to State Fair and places like that to see. You know, and that's going to be this evening. We expect a big turnout. It'll be a big night, and after that, we'll talk about tomorrow since we won't be on in the morning.
Yeah, but let's remind people, so whether you're there tonight or tomorrow, buy those raffle tickets for tomorrow's raffles. We're going to give those guns away tomorrow. Yeah. Yes, we are. Okay. And tomorrow, on tap for us, tomorrow, July the 1st, we have at something new at 8 o'clock in the morning, from 8 till 10:30 will be a country ham and biscuit breakfast put on the Virginia Fair Board. Yes. That's what I was going to say. This is put on by youth, correct?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And I hope folks come out and enjoy some fellowship fairs.
Yeah, encourage them.
Yeah, and at 11 o'clock in the morning, they're going to have a pet show and a little petting zoo there for the youngsters. And then at 6 o'clock in the evening, we're going to have a Coca-Cola Talent Classic Preliminary. Yours truly is going to be MC that, so hopefully that'll turn out good.
That'll draw a crowd right there, James.
Yeah. And then at 6 o'clock also, they have a little something called Knocker Ball. That's new.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have that. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll have a bullwhip rodeo. It'll be a nice rodeo.
You thinking about doing the knocker ball, are you?
Not me, no.
That's where you get inside of a ball and roll around.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh, I'm not going to do that, but maybe you can.
Well, I'd do it. Think about it and see, though.
Yeah.
You roll around and bump into other people inside a knocker ball.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. At 8 o'clock, we'll have karaoke.
Yeah.
And then at 8, we also have 9 o'clock, we have the raffle giveaway that will be out there on the pulling track. So, we've got something going all the time.
All the time.
It's going to be a tremendous weekend.
Looking forward to it.
Hope everybody comes out. Of course, we've got some more fire coming up in the middle of July. We have our cattle shows and horse shows coming up then, and the 4-H floor hall will be the.
That's going to be neat.
July, yeah.
All right.
So, it's going to be great. We want everybody to come out, and I guess we're going to talk about it again Monday. Aren't we?
Yes, sir. I think we should.
Okay.
Okay. We'll talk about where we've been. We'll talk about where we're going, James. All right?
Okay. That's great. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, James. Have a good day, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We are
up to date on Barron County Fair information on what's coming up and what's been happening. Thanks so much to James Bailey with the Temple Hill Lions Club. And remember, big day and big night today.
If you add up all the...
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Sometimes people are in.
In more local news, WCLU News has received some details as far as the high-speed chase that happened yesterday or late last evening. Glasgow Police Department had actually initiated the traffic stop on a vehicle that contained 2 Tennessee juveniles that had been reported missing. One of the juveniles had reportedly called her mother and said that she had wanted to come home. There was a 22-year-old male in the vehicle with the 2 female juveniles. Glasgow police had seen the car that had been reported with the incident at Walmart in Glasgow and did initiate a traffic stop. The vehicle did flee the scene, taking onto North Ray Street around the square 31E, where Glasgow police were still in pursuit. The sheriff's office then picked up the pursuit that led all the way into Scottsville, which in the Allen County Sheriff's Office picked up there, and the vehicle then refused to stop all the way into Scottsville. All the way into Sumner County, Tennessee. Ultimately, the Sumner County law enforcement did put road spikes out, did stop the vehicle. Again, the Sheriff's Office, Barron County Sheriff's Office, due to safety reasons, due to the fact that speeds were right around 70 miles an hour. This wasn't a high-speed pursuit. You want to cut those off for safety reasons. So basically, Allen County Sheriff's Office picked up at the Barron-Allen County line. Again, that was yesterday. We don't have any details as far as if what happened from that point forward. Glasgow man's vehicle was shot at around 3:45 yesterday. A Glasgow man and his brother were getting fuel and drinks at Walmart in Glasgow when 2 individuals in a white Honda Accord 2-door around a 2002 model followed them from the gas station at Walmart, turned left onto the outer loop, and as they came up on the 6880 intersection, the vehicle was still behind them. The driver of that white Accord then fired a small handgun round from a gun into the vehicle that hit about 8 inches behind the driver's head. The driver was offering a reward for any information that led to an arrest in the incident. WCLU News has confirmed Cave City Police did make an arrest on unrelated charges of a man that is believed to have been the man described in this incident. Again, we have not confirmed that it is the same individual, but we will be confirming that this morning. In more local news, state police are investigating a vehicle versus lawnmower collision that occurred Tuesday about 11 miles south of Greensburg near the Green-Metcalfe County line. 50-year-old Jason Welch of Greensburg was attempting to cross 6880 on a lawnmower when he pulled into the path of a southbound 95 Dodge, driven by 40-year-old Justin Pointer of Edmonton. Pointer was unable to avoid the collision, struck the lawn tractor, ejecting Welch. Welch was transported from the scene to University of Louisville Hospital, where he is listed in critical condition. Pointer was wearing his seatbelt and was uninjured in the crash. State police say the investigation is ongoing. While you may not strike it rich in actual gold, you could get something much more valuable. That's a greater sense of community coming up in Cave City.
We were just sitting around brainstorming, all the separation, we just want all races just to come together and be as one. That's just all it is. Just want to get the community more together like we used to back when we were kids.
That was Stephanie Martin, who came together with Felicia Martin and Tiffany Bethel for the brainstorming session that has now led to the first annual Gold Rush. Coming up Monday in Cave City on 4th Street and Schoolhouse Lane, everyone is invited to come out, get some great food, let your kids play, and have fun while getting to know the people in your community. Tiffany Bethel said that despite Cave City being a small town, people just don't take the time to get to know their neighbors like they used to.
That's the reason why we decided to do this, to get everyone together, and maybe they can get on one accord and we can treat each other with respect, and everybody's kids can play with each other, and we can just enjoy life, because life is too short, you know.
From cakewalks to bingo to face painting, there will be something for everyone. Stephanie Martin says you don't have to live in Cave City to take part in the Gold Rush. All you've got to do is support their vision.
A day to reflect on great memories, a day of inclusion, not exclusion.
Again, Gold Rush is coming up this Monday from noon until 11 p.m. at 4th Street and Schoolhouse Lane in Cave City. Food and fun are absolutely free. All three ladies hope this event continues and they can host it annually through the Gold Rush Foundation. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It's 7:38 a.m., 72 degrees.
Sometimes people are injured through the carelessness of others. That's why the law requires every driver to be insured. You work hard and pay your insurance premiums.
Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. When you're injured in a car wreck, you lose income, you have medical bills, and your ability to support yourself and your family is in danger. At Rogers and Driver, we know that. When you need help, we're here on the square in Glasgow, or visit us at rogersanddriver.com.
Rogers and Driver, your local full-service injury attorneys.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Highland Hills Church presents Summerfest. Summerfest is a day of fun from start to finish with inflatables and water slides for the kids, along with great food and games for all ages. At 7 p.m., our praise band hits the stage for an amazing worship service in which we celebrate Jesus. Admission is absolutely free, so join us July 15th at the Glasgow-Barron County Soccer Complex on Highway 1297 in Glasgow. Gates open at 3 p.m. For more information, visit our website at highlandhillschurch.com.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
We got to get caught up here on some birthdays. We have had lots of good news to report to you today, but we also need to tell you a little bit about the birthdays here. Today's list, we're going to go with Caitlin Owens. We sounded the gong last hour for Terry Prophet. Terry is 50 today. Ella Nelson, Susie Belshaw, Vicky Estes is 51. Amber Walker, Denise Strader, Kevin Werner, Amanda Duval, Claudia Hatfield, and we've got the anniversary of Marlon and Joyce Witcher today. Tomorrow it's Ashley Shoemaker's 34th birthday. Gary Allen Garrison, recently a grandfather, he is now 59 as of tomorrow, I guess I should say. Michael D. Houchins, James Case, Kim Kelson, Stephen Sloan, and Hunter Bowles on the birthday side of Saturday. The anniversary side, Gary and Darlene Lockett, Mitchell and Sandy McClellan, James and Menora Glover. Then on Sunday, we need to sound a gong, the 80 gong. Where did that gong go? There it is. The 80 gong for Ruby Hagan, Randall Trowbridge, Carolyn Matthews, Chad Pettigo, Brittany Martin, Yvonne Martin on Sunday, and the 55th wedding anniversary Sunday for Willie and Peggy Adwell. Congratulations to each of you. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, it's here at WCLUradio.com. Coming right back, we'll check the forecast and we've got Tidbit News.
Good morning. Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB is partnered...
The process of our children. Much time and effort on their part goes into each and every year's work. Thank you, and may you have another good and godly year. This is a time of beginnings, both for students as well as teachers, staff, and administrators. One area of concern for all of us should be how our children are taught as well as what they are taught. If you've chosen to send your child to one of our public schools, and you will at some point in their education probably be faced with their being taught the false theories of atheistic evolution, Darwinism, and other such nonsense as to the origins of our universe and mankind, just make sure that you as a Bible-believing, God-fearing parent or guardian teach them the truth when they are in your care at home and in your church classes. Make sure that you instill in them the fact that in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth as declared by Jehovah himself at Genesis 1:1. Make sure that you reinforce the fact of God's creation of all life in 6 days, as stated in Genesis chapters 1 and 2. This is the beginning of faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. This is the first beginning. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
It's vacation time at Key Cleaners in Glasgow.
Drop your change in the bottom of your purse. Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB is partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
First apartment ever. You got this. First coffee table.
Weekend, not going to say no rain, but the chances do go way down, and temperatures go, you guessed it, up. Clear sky this morning, but we'll cloud over as we go through this morning with an isolated shower thunderstorm as we go on through the day, 84 degrees. Now, as we head through tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms become more widespread. Could be even overnight, 70 degrees. Thunderstorms are likely by tomorrow morning, and more scattered storms around tomorrow afternoon. There may be some breaks in between rounds, 81, but we should dry out as this front tries to get south of us as we look ahead towards Sunday. More sun than clouds in the middle 80s, then hotter by Monday and Tuesday, Independence Day. Monday, clouds, sun, low 90s, upper 80s, near 90 with late-day showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We have warmed to 72 degrees. Still no rain happening on the constant coverage in-studio radar screen. Some light showers in Middle Tennessee, looks like. That's the nearest to us. 72 at WCLU.
Hello, everybody. First apartment ever. You got this. First coffee table. Short-lived. When the going gets tough, you know to take a break and get a much-needed yay with an ice-cold, refreshing any-size Coke for just $1 at McDonald's. It's the kind of deal that can turn everyday hassles into the everyday yay.
Not every family is blessed with financial success. For many, it is a daily struggle to keep food on the table and a roof over their head. Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. Since 1981, I've been helping families threatened by debt collectors, garnishment, and foreclosure. Schedule a free consultation and let us show you how we can help your family. Rogers and Driver, on the Square in Glasgow, Kentucky.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
For Around the World and Up the Street, it's Tidbit News. This is going to wrap it up for the day, the week, and the month. Angela?
Well, after that whole 7 o'clock newscast, good.
That's right. We'll take a deep breath.
Tell you right now, I've got my chicken scratch written down here, and all of a sudden it's like, we're going to Angela. Oh, wait, what?
You have to convert that to something.
Something that people can understand.
Yeah, I've got those notes up here, too. Well, a couple of stories here to wrap up the month of June with here. Follow along with this one.
Okay.
Police in suburban Detroit can skip barbershops as they search for a man who stole a hair growth product because the guy is bald. Follow along. Dearborn police have security video of a bald man who is suspected of stealing Rogaine from a Walgreens store on June the 22nd. Investigators say the man put 7 boxes in a bag and dashed. He was wearing a shirt that said Air Force Dad.
Oh, my God.
Police Chief Ron Haddad says it's not the most hair-raising crime, where's that snare drum, but he wants the public's help. Police say the bald man could strike again because it takes many months of consistent use to grow hair. So he's going to have to read and follow label directions and go back and steal some more Rogaine.
Poor thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he I guess he wants hair. I don't know what else he can.
Evidently.
Yeah.
If you're willing to commit a felony for it, yes.
That's right. And so he's just going to keep on going with no results.
Well, yeah, but what I hate is that no matter what he does from that point forward, he will always be known as the Air Force Dad that stole the Rogaine.
Yeah, that's right. He'll be, you know.
Yeah.
But you could, it'd be fun for him to have like a hair weave or something. It worked.
Show up in court with a wig. Look, it's worth it. It's worth it.
That's right. Why would I have stolen Rogaine?
That would be the best Rogaine advertising ever.
Right.
We're worth a felony.
And this story out of Asheville, North Carolina, this is how you can, both of you can go to court. I don't know how this is. I should have maybe read this one to Judge Pendleton, but I didn't have it till this morning.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
A woman ran over a man in a Walmart park.
Why do I think that's funny? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Who do you feel bad for?
Nobody yet.
A woman ran over a man in a Walmart parking lot in North Carolina after she caught him going through her purse. And now they both face charges.
Well, what did she do?
Video shows Christine Braswell's acceleration across several parking spots at the Asheville store Wednesday, and she hit Robert Raines in the back.
She had just left Walmart. You know, she was ready to snap anyway.
Braswell told the television station that she wasn't going to let him get away. She says she is 5 months pregnant. Police say Raines dropped the purse before running away and suffered minor injuries when he was hit by the car.
Henry, she had been in Walmart. You know, she saw everybody she never wanted to see. You know, all
Yeah.
those high school people probably didn't have her hair fixed, stressed
Yeah.
out, pregnant,
Yeah.
and got to wait 74 hours to check out by some person she doesn't even know. Then gets to the parking lot finally, to her very back parking spot,
Yeah.
and then sees some guy going through her purse.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably ran him over too.
Well, here's the story, though. She faces an assault with deadly weapon charge, while Raines is charged with breaking and entering a motor vehicle and larceny.
She was under duress.
It was not known if either had lawyers, it says here. They'll be getting some, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Like I said, she was already stressed out. Leave her alone.
And you know, we clean out the file at the end of the month, so I'm going to clean out, I'm going to read you real quickly the headlines that didn't make the cut.
Okay.
Okay, here's a story that says, Sicily's economy is so depressed, even the mafia is moving to Germany to find jobs. I didn't use that one. ISIS members from Europe can't get jobs when they return home. I didn't use that one.
ISIS isn't hiring. Okay.
Man sends unwanted nude pictures of himself to a model who sends them to his mother.
Wait, what?
Looky here, Mom, Mrs. Brown. Here's your son.
Oh, my God.
Sending me these photos.
Your son sent me these dirty pics. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, well, anyway.
I'm going to have to look up that story.
Yeah, look that up. There's a lot of them that have to be looked up. Let's see here. What else did I see that we weren't going to, just not going to be able to use this. The stage version of 1984 makes audiences faint, vomit, and scream.
I want to go see it.
Family claims fidget spinner burst into flames while charging.
I knew those things were trouble.
Cockatoos impress opposite sex with Phil Collins-style drum solos.
What?
Can you find those cockatoos playing the drums?
No, but I know some men that reminds me of.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, anyway, and let's see. This one more story right here. This guy, this is a commentator. He says Congress should get $30,000 a year to help them pay rent. This is GOP Representative Jason Chaffetz. He says members of Congress should get $30,000 a year to help them pay rent.
They ought to get paid by the amount of stuff they do, how much they pass.
That's what we have. And that's what we didn't use. And we'll start fresh on Monday.
Naked pics, good Lord. Okay.
That's right. Send them to your mother.
No, we do not endorse that here.
72 degrees.
Here is a look at your WCLU community calendar of events brought.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Highland Hills Church presents Summerfest. Summerfest is a day of fun from start to finish with inflatables and water slides for the kids, along with great food and games for all ages. At 7 p.m., our praise band hits the stage for an amazing worship service in which we celebrate Jesus. Admission is absolutely free, so join us July 15th at the Glasgow-Barron County Soccer.
Everything under the sun coming through here but what's supposed to be.
Tuesday, John Gray.
Tuesday, John Gray. Okay, John Gray, you have won dinner at a Little Taste of Texas just for being nominated to be good as gold. And we certainly, and one thing I want to say, Amanda, is that we have a new part of our website where you can nominate people to be good as gold.
Yes, there are 2 ways to nominate people.
You can submit on there. You check that out because we have a lot of requests, and we just want to make it as easy as possible for everybody to get their request in. And we'll look forward to having a clean slate here on Monday.
Would you like to save thousands on the purchase of
Highland Hills Church presents Summerfest. Summerfest is a day of fun from start to finish with inflatables and water slides for the kids, along with great food and games for all ages. At 7 p.m., our praise band hits the stage for an amazing worship service in which we celebrate Jesus. Admission is absolutely free, so join us July 15th at the Glasgow-Barron County Soccer Complex on Highway 1297 in Glasgow. Gates open at 3 p.m. For more information, visit our website at highlandhillschurch.com.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and let you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can, before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Coming up next week, get ready for that. Also, let's see, what else I want to remind you about. Coming up at 11:30 today on Facebook Live, WCLUradio.com, going to be drawing for the winner from the folks who have submitted online entries for the prize pack, the Dairy Prize Pack. Is that what you named it? What? She left. The Dairy Prize Pack, where you get a ice cream freezer and a dairy cookbook and a T-shirt for June Dairy Month. We're going to be doing that at let's see, about 11:30 on Facebook Live, WCLUradio.com. You still have time to get entered. Actually,
a local radio service of Royce.
First apartment ever. You got this. First coffee table. Short-lived. When the going gets tough, you know to take a break and get a much-needed yay with an ice-cold, refreshing any-size Coke for just $1 at McDonald's. It's the kind of deal that can turn everyday hassles into the everyday yay.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Many different factors come into play when dealing with an accident with an 80,000-pound vehicle. Because of federal and state regulations governing truck drivers, it is important